Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today is gonna be another day with the Autel Evo. As you know, I have my Autel Evo. It's resting, it's collecting dust, it's taken apart, but I just got myself a donor Evo in, and this will serve as a parts donor for my Evo because mine is honestly in a much better shape. I got this one in for very cheap, the entire donor drone with a functioning gimbal that is I will show you in a clip here, motherboard, I think 3 out of 4 rays work, 3 out of 4 legs work, one of the rear legs doesn't work. It's really banged up from the crash on the bottom. I'm pretty sure the rear sensors, well, actually, they probably work. The casing doesn't work. So I'm gonna have a ton of spare parts for the Evo, but the ones I'm most concerned about right now is the leg and the gimbal. But for this one, I paid like 200 bucks. So it's the donor drone itself is much less than the gimbal itself would be, because I contacted several dealers for the gimbal and they're like, yeah, well, if we ever get a gimbal in stock, we will sell it probably for like 400 bucks for the Evo. So sit back, get some popcorn, relax. This is gonna be a really long video because I'm gonna break this one down completely. This donor Evo completely broken down. We're talking about everything taken out, taken apart, other parts trashed. And that Evo, my Evo, I'm gonna put it back together. I may actually paint it because I can, it's mine. And hopefully everything is gonna function. So first part of the project is breaking this Evo down, and I'm gonna try to record the process the best I can. Okay, so the first part is, and my cell phone is positioned very weirdly, so bear with me, and I hope I'm not gonna F this up. To remove these 8 screws right here, I have my T6 screwdriver right here, so let's do this. And this is my old daughter's desk, well, my daughter's old desk, and yeah, I'm gonna stick screws right here in this little crease that I have so I don't lose them. Another reason I also want to record this process is the difficult part of putting the Evo back together. But again, this is going to be a really lengthy video, so maybe you'll come back to it again and again and again. But as I've been told by the 20 or so subscribers that I currently have, is that nobody breaks down Evo 1s. Nobody even works with Evo 1s. So, you know, the way I see it, you know, if I can do it, why the hell not? Again, this is gonna be my donor drone. So I am not worried about breaking something, although the top part of the assembly seems to be in a really good shape. So again, lots and lots of spare parts. Something that I've been told many times and showed many times, when you're working on a drone, always secure the gimbal. You don't want to damage it accidentally. So let's see if this will come up. Something tells me it's already been taken apart before. I don't think I forgot. Oh, of course I did. I forgot these screws right here. Man, they're in bad shape. You can see that there's like rust and dirt, but again, my main concern is that the gimbal and the camera assembly works. I don't care about anything else. I completely forgot about these screws. That one's got a lot of dirt in it. The last one, it's like all covered in some sort of clay. And usually when you flip it, well, one fell out. And I do have magnetized screwdrivers, but still sometimes these can be difficult to take out. It doesn't want to come out at all. This one almost came out. This one right here. See how dirty it is? I wonder if I can grab it with it. Yep, got it with tweezers. And that one in there. Doesn't want to come out either. See, these are, well, something flew away. I think it was one of the screws. Very difficult, being very difficult. Well, the good news is I can probably take the cover off already, even with that screw in there. But I'll tell you exactly how much parts cost for it, because I at one time had to order myself I had to order myself a motherboard, and that cost me $100. Okay, so now I need to get this off. This can be difficult. I need a razor blade, and I need to go find one because I don't think I have one. Yeah, I don't have a razor blade. So stand by, we'll come back to this. Okay, I got the razor blade. So as I learned, and this is, you have to be very careful, because again, it's plastic. It's a good thing I have a light. And this plastic is glued. So all you need to do is very carefully take it off. See? And as you can see, the glow of the glue. Beneath it, you have another screw that you just take out. I told you this is going to be a long video because nobody does it like really breakdown. So this one is golden, I don't know why. And then you're able to, voila. And it looks like this drone took a beating. I don't know if it was in the water. I really don't care. All I need is this part right here. I just need the gimbal assembly. So right now, first thing we're gonna do is take out the gimbal assembly. Look, spare part. This one is good. I might actually, like, you can take it apart. These screws seem, yep, it was in water. You know how I know? Yeah, those are not red droppings. That's rice. But again, gimbal works. So this was sunk. So let's proceed. First, we remove 1, 2, 3. This is the GPS module, and it works. Honestly, it does work because I turned on the drone. Everything works. It's good. The temperature here in my little attic layer, well, technically it's the second floor layer, is very stable It's not very humid. How I know this? Because I have two giant dehumidifiers, although it is right above the pool, but again, two giant dehumidifiers. So you take the GPS module off, and it's a little tricky to take off because Autel likes, honestly, to smother everything in silicone. I actually think that's a good idea because water damage could be, I'm trying to show this, if it wasn't smothered in silicone, water damage would be much more severe. So there we go, the GPS module is out. 3 little screws, set it aside, and we continue. Next up is this little thing, and honestly I think it's just on there. This is where the tweezers come in. Yeah, this thing is just glued on. Oh, nope, I was wrong. You have this one little screw here. So again, a golden screw. My phone is not focusing. And this thing easily comes off. This is the shield for the GPS module. Water damaged, but still, spare part nonetheless. Now, to get to the gimbal assembly, I learned this on the first try. And as you can see, it's in good working order. If not, I just need to make sure that this part right here, this little harness, is in good working order, because I have one of these. But I tested the gimbal, it works. I'm not gonna remove the gimbal module from the gimbal. I'm just gonna take out the gimbal itself. And as you take it out, first you need to take out these sensors. So sensors come out like so. 2 screws right here. Again, heavy water damage on this drone, but I tested the gimbal, it works, that's all I need. There is no sign of water currently. So we carefully take out the screws. Maybe I'll give the alcohol bath to the screws themselves. Now, what I learned, before we disconnect and take the sensors, and they disconnect right here, and I do have my sensors for the to reconnect. There's one screw for the sensors right here, as you can see. And this little bib right here, you need to, that's a part of the sensor, so you need to find a way to sort of remove the sensor without damaging anything. It can be difficult. I've done it only once. I don't think they're connected anywhere else, but okay, I'm gonna move the cooling fan, which is right here. I'm gonna disassemble it, and actually I'm gonna take it out, although I don't remember if the cooling fan, well, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. I don't remember if the cooling fan has a harness or a direct solder on for the power and the control. So I'm gonna check in a moment. Because remember, all I really need is the gimbal assembly. So coolant fan coming out like so. Now disconnect the gimbal assembly. 1, 2. You don't have to disconnect the actual gimbal CPU. I need more light here. It's actually kind of dark. But remember, taking apart is the easy part. Putting it back together. Okay, I was interrupted, but let's see if we can take out this gimbal assembly or even move it a little bit. Because this, as they say it, is the main course. So this right here, this connects it to the motherboard. This I can disconnect. I don't need this harness, at least not currently. For this, you can actually remove the gimbal protector, because it will in either case come out from the top. And another harness that goes is this one right here. You can disconnect it also. Shit, right? Rice everywhere. Okay, I have never done this before with an actual camera, so bear with me. I'm doing my best not to drop anything. Because gimbal is like the most delicate part of the entire drone. And it's been very difficult. Boom, click, that's what I wanted to. And I'm gonna show you this. See, that little bib right there? That's all the trouble. Oh, this little bib. So you have to get the sensors off this little bib. But now, I think, very, very carefully, because if I screw up, this is like a lot of money. The gimbal is out. This is what all the fuss is about. The gimbal is in crappy shape because I'm sure it was in water. So I'm gonna set it aside and continue. And actually, to set it aside, make sure to put it like this in the gimbal protector, just so there's like no sudden movement or anything. Rice everywhere. So fan, let me see how to disconnect the fan. Fan is actually hardwired, so you can't really disconnect the fan. Again, what I need right now is this arm. And to get to this arm, unfortunately, if you remember from my previous videos, removing it is the easy part. I have to desolder 6 wires, that's one, and then I have to lift this board up, remove the bottom one, unscrew the bottom part of the main board, and disconnect the antenna for this thing and sort of get the antenna out like this. But right now I need to go do some business. The hard part is out of the way, the gimbal. I'm pretty sure it's more or less dry. Like, you can see the water damage to the screws. I have one of these as a spare part. I'm gonna clean this up before I connect it. And probably because Autel uses so much silicone, that actually probably protected the connectors. So that's good. If you look in the back, all these screws have seen water damage, so that's bad. But it works. At least it did when I turned the drone on, so hopefully I'm not going to screw anything up. And I really hope I'm going to have a working drone when I rebuild mine. GPS unit, like, if you really look at it, I don't see any water damage. So again, it could have been like, could have fell in a puddle or something, but and one of these motors doesn't work. Hopefully, oh crap, I didn't even think about it. The motor I need, it's supposed to work. I hope it does not. Well, it doesn't appear to have water damage, so that's a big plus. So hopefully it's not going to have water damage. But rice is falling out of this drone. It's like it's been in rice for a while. The motor looks fine, so hopefully the motor is okay. If not, I'm screwed. Literally. Like, you can bend me over and screw me because, well, actually I can order one of these rays for 50 bucks. Hopefully I don't have to. Okay, well, I still have a couple minutes before I have to go. Let's remove the bottom part. It's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's just glue that's holding it in place. But the bottom part is trashed. I'm not gonna use it as a spare part. And you can see that I don't think anybody tried to take it apart, but man, this unit is trashed. Even the glue comes out easy. So there you go. That, oops, I think it fell in the box, but yeah, one of the screws fell out. Here is another one. This is trashed. I'm not gonna keep it. This is the bottom motherboard. And the funny part is, like, these, you can't have enough of these. Don't lose that. These little things that cover the connectors. Okay, so this bottom motherboard actually disconnects once you get this motherboard out of the way, but I'll show you that next as I remove the arm. So that's it for this moment. I'm going to take a short intermission. I think the sensors are good because I didn't get any sensor errors, but man, look at how trashed they are. Holy crap, they are trashed. It's like they I don't know what they did with them. This is trashed. That's bad. Damn. Honestly. People, take care of your stuff. Luckily, I don't need one of these. I'm gonna put it right there with the board. So, short intermission and we shall continue. Okay, now it's dark outside, part B. What I cleaned up the best I could, the silicone right here on the connectors. So right now I'm just gonna try to desolder the wires so I can disconnect the leg. So hopefully it's gonna go without any problems. Let's see, I'm gonna see if my soldering iron is any hot. Yep, it's hot enough. And this little sponge is a lifesaver when it comes to soldering. I actually basically learned to solder 2 weeks ago. That's it. Did not know how to do it beforehand. Okay, let's find out if this will work. Worked with the DJI. Not sure if it will work with this. One wire at a time. A very difficult process, but it has to be done. Red one is out, and these are the wires for the lights. Yellow is out, black is left. Black doesn't want to separate. Black is out. Now for the power wires, same deal. Let's do them in sequence. Let's do black first. This was much simpler in the Mavics. Okay, black one is out. Now for the yellow. Yellow is out. Now for the red. Red is out. We are good to go. I can turn off my soldering iron. Stand by. It's difficult to unplug. So, soldering iron is out. This was difficult. Much more difficult than I expected. But that's okay, because the main thing is the result, and hopefully I'm not going to burn myself. Okay, now that, well, the soldering iron is cooling, I'm gonna remove the front left leg. Oh, gotta disconnect the antenna. This will be difficult, because if you remember, to disconnect the antenna, I have to sort of release this board from this board. Now, if I remember how to do it, here's one screw. And here's one more screw. And there's two more right here. It's okay because I'm gonna cannibalize this thing anyway. Okay, hope I'm not forgetting anything. So 1, 2, I think there's one more under this, which they don't make it easy at Autel. They're gonna hate this video because I basically show how to do at-home repair, which I'm sure they don't want anybody knowing, so they can get all the money. It's already difficult as it is to get parts from them. Okay, so there's screw. Okay, now this should just pop out of place, I think, if I remember it correctly. Oh no, two more. 1, 2. See, I'm telling you, like, all of these are so hidden, and plus they put silicone on top of them. It is a real pain, and there's one more hidden under there, which I got it. I got my screwdriver in there. Okay, let me reposition my light and we'll continue. Okay, like I said, this video is going to be very, very long. When they drowned this drone, they really should have taken it apart. Because I'm sure I'm going to find rice under this board too. Okay. I'll give you a sneak peek. There's another fan in there. There's another board. And what I did to get the antenna is lift up the board that's on my Evo. And you take out this little thing. There's so much rice in there. I don't even know how the hell they got all of that rice in there. So this little shield sticker, you take it out. And you should have access to 2 screws on that board. At least I did on my other Evo. Yeah, there's one right there. And you don't have to unscrew it completely. You carefully position your screwdriver. Just do it a little bit. And then you do the same for, I'll get this fan out of the way, for this side. And I'll show you why. Trying to get it in the way. Okay, so one. Is it a different kind of? Yep, you just do it a couple turns. The reason you do it is so you can get this board up a little bit, because you need to get this antenna right here. Under the board. Again, it's a real pain, but it needs to be done. Luckily, this part back here is broken anyway. But so much rice, what the hell, seriously. So I'm gonna carefully lower it, get the antenna out. And I actually learned all of this while taking apart my other Evo. Boom, the antenna is in this little hole, I think. I'm gonna check. No, it's stuck. I don't know why it's stuck, but it's stuck. Okay, attempt number 2. The body of this drone is trashed. should be able to pull this antenna in through here. For some reason I can't. Well, plan B. Completely remove this board. That's a possibility too. Or plan A. I just don't want to damage the board. I don't care about damaging the body. I don't want to damage the board. Antenna is up. Yay! That's a celebration right there. So now, all I got left to do is remove this leg. And we're gonna do that right now. Okay, to remove this leg, first we start by undoing these two screws, which is fairly easy. As you can see, a lot of screws in the drone. Probably just made of screws up entirely. And you pop this off. Also very easy. And then you have this. And if you watched my previous video, you probably know how I removed it. So basically, it's hammer time. You just have to really hammer it out. And eventually it should give. The only problem is you don't want to break the drone. So how to do it without breaking the drone? These drones are pretty rugged. But again, I don't want to break it. I broke the screwdriver. It's not really budging any. So let's try plan B. Get a knife in there. No, it's gonna break the knife. Oh, so annoying. And I've actually done this before. Trying to remember how I hammered it out. That's kind of what I did. I just don't remember what I used for a hammer. Yeah, it's not budging any. Oh, it's annoying me. This plastic thing will just snap. Oh, maybe this will work. It doesn't want to work. Yep, I got it. This axis, I think it's loaded in there. Yay, it's out. Look how easily it comes out. The leg is out. Boom. It's out. Now, what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna set this busted drone aside. I'm gonna prep the leg and we're gonna try to fix my other drone. Okay, before I proceed, let me show you what I did so far. Put on the bottom cover on my drone. So install the leg, put on this cover right here, soldered on the controls and the power to the motor. Right now, gonna install the gimbal, the fan, and the GPS module. And hopefully everything is gonna work out, and hopefully everything is gonna work. The only thing I did forget to install is this little thing. I don't think it's important. I think it's something that Autel added, but let's do this and hopefully stuff is gonna work. So I'm gonna move the fan out of the way. Gonna put the gimbal in place. As you can see, the gimbal is more difficult to put in place than one would think. There we go. So it's in. Now I need to find my sensors. And I just smacked my head. See, this is how a sensor is supposed to look like. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference in these sensors? Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of difference. So carefully, I'm gonna put the sensors in. It's that little bib in there that gives a lot of trouble. Boom, the bib is in, sensors are in, and gonna connect them right now. So here's one, connected. Here's the second one, connected. Always have to be careful with the connectors. All the connectors connected. That's in. So now I'm gonna connect. Gonna make sure the gimbal is connected. 2 screws right here. And I think they were black. I honestly don't remember. I'm actually gonna pause the video and rewind and look. Okay, so these 2 screws were black. Let's do that first. Before I do anything else. Okay, that's in. That's in. It's very difficult. Down. I'm gonna get my mom. So I got my GPS shield and my GPS module. As you remember, the GPS shield goes in here and it's connected by 1 gold screw. Before I do that, let's connect the fan. Again, we're basically like floating on hopes and dreams that everything will work. It may not, but would you rather send this into Autel and hope for the best? Or would you rather to do a little bit of work yourself and have the immediate answer? Because honestly, if it were up to me and I could know within a day if it's fixable, I would rather have the immediate answer. And keep in mind, I'm doing this after I took a break, had some beers, so I'm a little bit buzzed right now, but I can fix it. Okay, so the GPS module plugs in right here. Okay, it's plugged in. And 3 little screws This little screw went in here. I love working on drones. It's so much fun, honestly. This little screw went in here. I can't get that. This little screw went in here. And we're mere seconds away from turning this on and seeing if it flies. If it does, this will mean that we have fixed Autel Evo in home conditions while being drunk. So if a drunk guy can do it, if a drunk Slavic guy can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, let's put it right here like this. Okay, lost that screw. Fell down. I'll find it in a moment. Actually, I'm gonna put this one in first. Okay, so the sensor is secured. I'm gonna put this on, but I'm not gonna lock it in place. The main reason for that is I'll put the battery in and see if this thing will power on. So let's find out. This is the moment of truth. The drone is pretty much put back together, most of it. So let's see if it's going to start up. It should connect. Because I already paired it with this remote. Oh no, not this remote. Shit. I paired it with another remote. Hold up. It's paired with this remote. The donor drone was paired with that remote. Okay, so we're gonna try to start the engines. And now we're gonna try to take off, see if it takes off and land. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so lesson number 1, don't fly indoors. So, spinning, working, and it flew. And as you can see, the camera is working too. Let's see, where's that gimbal thing? Gimbal going up and down. Success. Drone fixed. But don't fly it indoors. Okay, as you can see, the drone works. Let's put the final touches on it. Where did my little screw go? I gotta find it. Stand by. Okay, so I can't find the screw that goes in here, but honestly, I think it's not necessary. Because once you put in all of these screws right here, which there are 4 of, and take these two out because these are short and I think I need long ones in here. No, these are long. Well, I think I put in short ones where long ones are supposed to go, and long ones are gonna go where short ones are supposed to go. But we'll figure this out. So 4 more screws and we're done. 2 more go in here. For some reason I can't put them in. Okay, let's try to put them in here. Again, this is like drinking and driving. I'm a little drunk right now, so for me to do this is not a good idea, but again, who cares? The most important thing is the result. Okay, drone fixed, drone flies, yippee. Now we need to call it. Here's the drone, it's all fixed, the gimbal works, everything works. I really am interested in painting it dark black. So what am I gonna call it? Well, it is tradition. I gave it a second life. So basically I took 2 drones that were broken, that were busted. One had water damage. It's right here. I am still gonna break it completely down in the next video. I think the rear left leg doesn't work at all. The rear sensors, I don't know. So I'm gonna break it completely down for parts. But what to call this drone? Frankenstein would be cliche. It would be too narrow-minded. Because I want to paint it dark black, which I'm probably gonna attempt to do tomorrow, I am going to call it Dark Phoenix because it was broken, it was destroyed, but it was reborn. So Phoenix is the mythical bird of rebirth. I am gonna call it the Dark Phoenix. And for you guys watching this, I thank you guys for watching my channel. This drone, I'm not decided yet. I may just fly it until it's completely destroyed, or I may sell it. But in either case, it's one of a kind. I thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later.